Well, what's up, my head of householders? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Nelson, and I want to share with you today, but I'm going to share it over the course of 4 videos. I'm not going to put everything in one video because it's going to be too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it up into 4 videos, and I promise you, these 11 points that I'm going to share on love. Love is the foundation that every relationship should be built on. If your relationship is not built on love, this is an opportunity for you to grab this. And as you implement these points, I guarantee you 110% that your life will be changed, your marriage will be changed, and you begin to see yourself evolving and see yourself as the head of household that you are designed to be. You begin to see your marriage in a different way. You begin to see it as you should have seen it from the beginning. So these 11 points I want to share with you. Let me give you an outline of what these 11 points is going to be. The first one is love is patient. Every one of them is based on love, that pure love. We're talking about that genuine love of God, the creator. No strings attached, just the pure love. The first one I said, love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not jealous. Love is not boastful. Love is not proud. Love is not rude. My goodness. Love is not irritable. Love never demands its own way. Love keeps no record of being wrong. Love does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. I love this one. Love never gives up, never lose faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstances. I love the last one. All of them are good, but I just love that. He never gives up. It doesn't matter what season it is. He never gives up. So I want to share these with you over the course of 4 videos because I don't want them to be too long. Because what I'm trying to do is to plant the seed in the head of every household that it will not just impact him, but impact his whole family, his entire family from the head down, bam, impact the whole family. So let us start with this wonderful example of a head of household or a father. Let's talk about Joseph. Joseph and Mary in the Bible. To me, these are 2 wonderful examples. Here we are, the Messiah, the Savior of humanity, is about to enter into the world. Joseph find the love of his life, and he proposed and is about to get married, and find out that the love of his life is now pregnant, and the baby is not his. For most men, oh my goodness, he already spent that money, already went through all that trouble. Everyone knows what's going on. He began to think about the shame. He began to think about the thoughts. He began to think about what people are about to say about him and how they're going to look at him. So what he began to do, he began to find some way to embarrass this person because he felt like he has been betrayed. That's what most human beings will do. I'm not being judgmental, but I believe I'm right in the circle right there. That's what most human beings would do. I said most, not everybody. Because when most human beings, when we feel like we have been treated unjustly, we feel like it is our obligation, is our right to respond in a way that we think is the right thing to do. It's like somebody hurt you, you feel like it's your right to hurt them back. You have that right, and you're going to exercise that right. He was there about to get married and find out that she was pregnant. And because of his integrity, he chose not to make it publicly. He was going to put her away, just break off everything. But he chose to do it quietly, respectfully. For most people, they would raise every sand, they would raise up every hell in this world. They will make that person, they will embarrass them in the worst way because of what they have done to them. But Joseph didn't do that. And while he was pondering all that, in the sleep, in a vision, God spoke to him. And Joseph, out of obedience, followed through. How many people will still follow through? They would have needed, most people would need about 15 or 20, 15 to 20 confirmation. Are you sure that was God? Man, I had a dream last night. Oh, and they keep going. The next thing you know, someone has talked them, someone has talked them out of it because of the answer that they have given them, because they look at things from the natural standpoint and tell them X, Y, and Z. Man, if it was me, I would, that's not God. God won't do that. And all these different things. And next thing you know, he walk away from something great that was about to happen. So let us look back at love in its purest form, because I believe it's love that caused Joseph to stand firm. I believe it's love that caused Joseph to listen to what the angel was saying and to move forward with the marriage. And he did. And look at how things turned out if you ever read the Bible. When you talk about the truth and good example to follow, these 11 points that I'm going to share with you that came from the Bible is nothing new. Nothing new to mankind. You heard people say a lot of times, I'm going to share with you 11 secrets that will change it. These are no secrets. They were there from the beginning of creation. It's just that some man has not found them, or some man just found them. Why? While a lot of other men already found them, used them, and it has been proven, try and proven that it works. And I have tried them in my life, and I've seen how they have changed my life. When I first went through a divorce, it was hurtful for a young man, because I went into the marriage with all my heart saying, this is it, this is what I want. And when I tell this story, I always remind folks, look, I'm not pointing finger at my ex and say, well, blame her for everything that happened in my life. I take responsibility for my action as well. There are some things that I've done or said or did not do what that I should have done that I take responsibility for now. So I'm not pointing my finger and say, well, that she's the bad person. No, I'm not pointing my finger. When I look back, I also see the good that came out of all this. Not saying that divorce is good. I'm just saying for me, the nuggets that I have picked up along the way that have helped me to seek, like it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things shall be added unto you. I seek and I find all these nuggets now that has enhanced my marriage, my relationship, that now I'm enjoying a blissful marriage. And I want to share the same points with you that I have used. I have to work through these things. If I did not let go all those bad habits that I had, that I picked up because of being hurt, I could not have the relationship that I'm having today. It would have never worked. My wife today would have already gone. So I am grateful for the experience, because it helps to make me a better man. Why? Because I didn't intend to stay where I was. My intention was to move, to seek, to go to another level. And in order for me to go to another level, the things that I found, the pieces that I found, I had to be willing and obey, be obedient, put them into rotation, put them into action in my life so that the change, the pruning can take place. So the first one is love is patient. That's the first one we're going to start with. Love is patient. You see, this means love is understanding, and love is willing to wait without being frustrated or getting angry. It shows tolerance. This love, the patient love is patient. It shows tolerance, and doesn't rush or demand immediate results, because we understand not everyone will get it right away. Not everyone will grasp it right away when you are teaching or showing your kids. If you have more than one kid, one might get it right away, the other one might not get it right away. And think back about yourself. Think back on your own life. When I think back on my own life, not everything that someone wanted to impart into me that I did get right away. Like they said, do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So you got to be patient with others. Be patient with others. Show tolerance because you don't know in life where you're going to be, where you're going to need someone to be patient with you. And you don't know where you're going to be, what gifts that you're going to be exercising that you need to have patience with that gift to get the results that you're seeking. I've seen where we go when we are looking for going to get permits to work on houses in our real estate business. And it takes patience to deal with the people at the counter. Sometimes someone already came and rubbed them the wrong way, and they're now in that mood. It takes patience and tolerance to go up there to deal with that situation right there, not causing anything to escalate anymore, but to bring it down, like they said, put out the fire. It's the same thing in your marriage. If you have a disagreement, if you have something that you really want to do and your spouse comes and say, well, I want to talk to you. I need a few minutes of your time. I need you to listen to me. And you have that habit of trying to rush off to do other things or to, you got to wait a minute. I got this to do. Love is understanding and it is willing to wait without being frustrated or getting angry. That's what love would do for you. When you adapt this pure love, when you decide I want to live in this love, I want to walk in this love. This is the kind of love. This is the foundation that I want to build my relationship on. You will find out that this love got to be patient as well. Because if you're not patient with your family, if you're not patient with your kids, guess what? They're going to look for someone else to talk to. That's how some marriage get ruined. You're not being patient. You don't want to listen. Next thing you know, someone else wanted to listen. They started to talk to someone else and they began to listen and they feel like, okay, I got to listen in there. And next thing you know, one thing leads to another. Love is patient. If you want to build your relationship, if you want to enhance your marriage, if you want to build up yourself and get the respect that you deserve, Lord, practice being patient. Practice being patient, even with yourself, because there's some things that I'm trying to do. There's some things that I'm doing. Sometimes I have to work on the computer. I'm not saying I'm the best person when it comes to work with computer, but there's some things that I have to learn because I don't want to put all the burden. I don't want to put all the pressure on my wife when she have other part of the business to deal with. So I'm learning to do some things for myself, and I have to be patient with myself. Learn to be patient with myself. Don't start slapping yourself around. Oh, you stupid. Oh, I can never get nothing right. No, 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 no. Don't talk to yourself that way. Learn to be patient with yourself. And as you receive, then you can give. As you receive, you can give. You cannot pour out from an empty cup, like I always said. Your cup must be full, run it over so you can give. So number two, we're going to go and move on to number two quickly. Number two is love is kind. Yes, love is kind. This is a very important one too. You see, this transfer to love being considerate. Love is kind means love being considerate, compassionate, and gentle. It involves treating others with a warm and respectful attitude and being generous. It involves treating others warmly, respect, and generosity. This love that is kind, you see, it is so kind and considerate that when you give, when you become generous, the kind of love that you have for your family, when you give them your time, the love that you have, when you give time, you sacrifice your time, you being compassionate and you begin to give your time. They respect you. They trust you. See, all this begins to build up. This kind love is so generous and warm that you'll find time for your family. It's not always about you. Yes, you work long hours. Yes, you come home and you want to work on some things. Yes, you might be at that deadline. But if it's something that is important and you will not know until you listen, It can be something that is so important that you will not know that it is so important. You will never know that they was dealing with this thing until you get the whole story. You listen to what they're saying. And sometimes some of these things happen at the time when you really are pressing for time and you want to do something. It testing your patience again. There we go back up to number one. Now your patience is being tested. But because this love is kind and considerate and compassion and gentle, it's warm, it's full of generosity, it's giving. And it said, as you give, given it shall be given back to you. When you give that, you'll find so much coming back to you because your family now begins to love you. They begin to respect you. They begin to trust you. They begin to see you as the head of household that you deserve to be. They begin to see you in your true position. They begin to they begin to place you there. They are putting you as head of their household. Anything happen, they want to go to daddy. They want to ask dad. They're going to go to mom too, but they respect dad enough to not go to someone on the outside. How does it feel, or how would it feel if your child is seeking answer to something and then leave home and go across the street and ask the man across the street? How would that make you feel? But you see, things can happen like that if you're not compassionate, if you're not considerate, if you're not considerate that they are hurting, that they want to vent, they want to get some things off their chest. A matter of fact, the time that they pick, it might be the time that they build up the last ounce of courage because they were so afraid. And here they are coming to you now. But if you're not kind and you keep pushing them away, or you push them away at that moment when you could have used that moment to connect with them, it can be very bad because now the trust is broke down. They're going to find somewhere else or some other things or some other reason to go across the street or to find someone else to go and vent to that person. And sometimes people would take advantage of people because at their weakest moment, they feel like I'm going to lend a shoulder, I'm going to lend a shoulder, but at the same time, there is strings attached and things, one thing can lead to another. So love is kind. It's being considerate, compassionate. Be compassionate. Have compassion. Remember your life and how you get to where you at today. Remember that people was compassionate with me. People was gentle with me because I had to find a place to stay. I have to find a place to live, and I have friends who was compassionate with me. They were considerate. They were gentle. They were generous. They welcomed me into their home. They was warm. And today they're still my friend. And like I said, do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So now I'm paying it forward. And as I pay it forward, my relationship, my marriage begin to evolve. The fire is burning bright. The respect is there because I've given respect. They welcome me as the head of household because I welcome them as my family. The fire has been kindled, and it's like you're adding another log under fire. So those are the two first one. Love is patient. Love is kind. And the third one we're going to go to is love is not jealous. Mm. It might seem impossible to you that two people get married, fall in love. They probably started off from scratch and they begin to work their way up. And both of them have the mindset that I want to be I want to be a good husband, I want to be a good wife. And they begin to put in the work, and one begin to excel a little bit farther than the other one. It get there before the other one. If like you're going up 10 flights of stairs, and one is on number 4 and the other one is on number 6, a little bit higher than the other one. And they are still going their building. But here they are. One is jealous of the other one because the other one is making more money than the other one. We have seen it, we have heard it. Husbands are jealous of wife because wife are making more money than the husband because of the thought or because of what someone else has told them that the husband got to be the head of the household where he making more money than the husband than the wife. He got to know more than the wife. It's like you got to be smarter than your wife. You got to be better than your wife in everything. I've seen people who live that kind of lifestyle. Always want to be ahead of the wife. Always want to walk ahead of the wife. Never want to walk together. In life, he want to always be ahead of the wife. Always be ahead of the wife. It's like you're trying to prove something. I'm the head of my household. You don't have to prove anything in that way. Your love for each other, your love for your spouse will speak volumes because the way you love your wife, you will treat your wife. The way you love, if you love your wife unconditionally, if you love your wife with that pure love, you will not be jealous of your wife when she begins to advance in life. Life is not possessive. I'm gonna read it again. Love is not possessive. Love is not possessive. Let me say that again. Love is not possessive or envious. He's not possessive or envious of others. It does not feel threatened by the success or attention others receive. Instead, this true love, this pure love, it celebrates the good in others. It celebrates the good in others. The pure love, which is not jealous, is celebrate the good in his wife. He is happy to see his wife advance, even if she's at the head of one of the biggest company in the world, and he is not there yet. He's halfway there. He's still gonna celebrate her achievement. And with this pure love, the love that is not jealous, guess what? He's not threatened by his wife's success. He's not threatened by others' success because he know who he is. He know who he is and he understand as the word of God said, one plant, one water, God did give the increase. If my wife is planting and I'm watering, God give the increase. If she is watering and I'm planting, God still give the increase. It doesn't matter. One do the other. You will never, you should not be, I should say, you should not be jealous of your spouse. If you're jealous of your spouse, you're not exercising or you have not built on that pure love. Your foundation is not built on that pure love. And you know what? The marriage is going to fall apart because they're going to be arguments, they're going to be resentments, they're going to be disagreement at the end of the month, at the end of the week, when you both get paid, when it's time to spend your money to enjoy the fruit of your labor, they're going to be problems because of this jealousy. And go back to the top of it. Let's go back to what I said from the beginning of number 3. Love is not possessive. You see, love, trust. You trust your spouse because you love your spouse and your spouse love you. You are now trusting your spouse that your spouse could go out for a cup of coffee with her friend and coming back home, and you are not getting angry or allow any thoughts in your mind to ask question where you was, how long you guys been there, who you was with, who were you there with, and all these different questions leading up to something because of jealousy. Love is not possessive. There's a lot of men, and I applaud every man. to want the best woman in the world, to want to find your soulmate. I'm so grateful that I find mine. And there is nothing wrong with having the best looking woman or the sweetest woman or the nicest woman, however you put it. But to be possessive, where they can go out and have a little freedom to shop, take their time, and to do what they're doing for their family, or to sit down and talk with a friend, or to encourage someone else, to be so possessive that you're going to create an argument because they are 5 minutes late or you clocking them every time they go out. Love is not possessive. Love does not possess or try to control your wife to the point that you cannot trust them with your finances, that when they go out to shop for grocery or other thing that they're going to make the right choices. Some man does not trust their wife like that. It takes building the relationship and love, the foundation of love, pure love with no strings attached, that will cause you to trust your wife and not be jealous or possessive. It will cause you, when you build on this relationship, when you build on this foundation, the pure love, you don't feel threatened by the success or the attention that others are getting or your wife will be getting because of the good job that she is doing. As the scripture says, your gift will make room for you. Uh, Expect your wife's gift to make room for her as well. Expect that and celebrate her, not being jealous of her. Love is not jealous. So these 3 points that I'm giving you, if you start right here today, I guarantee you that you will start to see changes in your marriage. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not jealous. When you build on this foundation right here, as a head of household, you will begin to see your life start transform. Your life will begin to transform, and you will begin to see yourself as the true head of household that God wants you to be. You begin to see your marriage in that light that you were supposed to see it from the beginning. This union based on love. And you will find yourself seeking to make those changes, to rearrange, to adjust things that need to be adjusted so that your foundation can be as solid as a rock. So, my friend, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I want to thank you for joining me today because I believe that as I begin to plant this seed in the head of household, that the whole family will be impacted. One of my greatest desires to see the head of household becomes the true man that they desire to be, so that our children will live in peace, love, and happiness, so that our children won't end up on the street, not having that good example, not having someone that they can talk to, show them how much they love them. When we take on our responsibility, when we take it seriously, and we step into those roles, we are not just making our family stronger, but we are also making our community stronger. As head of household, I believe that you deserve to have a happy home, to live a blissful life, and to enjoy all the wonderful gifts that God has given us. So if you are serious about making the change in your life, if you're serious about having a wonderful marriage, if you're serious about being that example to your children, this is the place for you. And I guarantee you 100% after I share these 11 points with you, that your life will be changed completely. Your marriage will move to another level. I want you to drop me a line. Let me know. I'm going to put my email address on the screen. Let me know how these videos are helping you. If anything, if there's anything that I've said concerning these 3 points have helped you, I want to know about it. Let me know. The next three will be: love is not boastful. Love is not proud, and love is not rude. We're going to talk about those next three in the next video. But in the meantime, I want you to like, share, and to hit that subscribe button so that when we put out the next video that you will know that it is out there, and then you can go and you can glean from that as well. Because I just want to see you evolve and to be the best head of household. I want to see you prosper mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. I want to see you prospering in all areas of your life to the point that you can take your family, go on a vacation, enjoy your family while you're at home, find creative ways to have fun, and to be that example in your community for the ones who does not have that. Again, I love you guys. This is Head of Household, and my hat's off to you guys. Stand firm. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't walk away from your family. You might be raising the next president, the next prime minister, the next leader, just like Joseph. Joseph could have walked away. He could have walked away, but he did not. He listened to wise counseling and he stand his ground. He stand his ground. Likewise, you can do just like Joseph. You can be an example like Joseph. You don't have to be like other men. You are special. You are unique. That's why you are the head of your household. So until next time, I love you guys. Peace. This is Nelson, and we out.